Oriental Rabbanim of yester year. And here on the 25th of Sivan, Chav Hei Sivan, is the yahrzeit, the Hilula of a really great rabbi from Kurdistan. We've actually spoken about some of the great Kurdistani rabbis, and over here, 25th of Sivan, is the Hilula of Rabbi Avraham Barazani Z'tl Libracha. He was actually born in the 1899, towards the end of the 19th century, right at the end, and passed away in English year, reported over, of 1973. So now let's explore within regards to the great Chacham. He was about 74 years of age at the time of passing. He was a famous rabbi from Kurdistan. He was a Shochet also, and a great Kabbalist also. He was actually born in an area called Erbil, or Hawla. It's a capital of Iraq in Kurdistan, and a province in Iraq also. This area is. He actually came from very, very great heritage, and rabbinic heritage. His father was Rabbi Yaakov Barazani, and who was the Barazani family is a very, very famous family from Kurdistan itself, which has produced many, many great rabbis, shochets, Rosh Yeshivot, and Dayanim for reported over 400 years. And Abraham, according to some traditions, he was a 22nd generation of the rabbinic dynasty, so came from really, really great heritage. The great rabbi did. Okay, so he was part of the Arab Jewish community, which is a very prosperous Jewish community in Kurdistan, respectively. He was certified as a shochet, and he, which was very, very prominent. I believe he received smicha at an early age. Also, I think at the age of 17, he received those accolades, and he received smicha, and he wanted to go from Kurdistan to travel to Israel, to go to Israel. And on his way to travels to Israel, he actually stopped off in Baghdad over there. And he actually went to learn with one of the great Kabbalists who we've spoken about before, Rabbi Yehuda Fataya, one of the great rabbis. And it's actually interesting to actually learn from the great rabbi we've spoken about before, one of the great Iraqi rabbis of, definitely without a doubt, of the 20th century, respectively. He was Rabbi Yehuda Fataya, was one of the famous Kabbalists also, and spent his some years in Jerusalem before he passed away. And it's actually interesting. He eventually he would go to Jerusalem. He would, and he actually wrote down many of the teachings of Rabbi Yehuda Fataya also. And I believe in the year 1934, he actually moved to Jerusalem and moved to the famous Bet Yisrael neighborhood. Bet Yisrael currently is a very ultra-Orthodox neighborhood, very flourishing neighborhood, and a great neighborhood in Jerusalem. And he learned Kabbalah in several of the in various yeshivot inside the Jerusalem itself. And reportedly over, he was able to write kamiyot, amulets, and he was a really, really great Kabbalist also. I believe he also learned with great Rabbanim, including Rabbi Ben Sion Abba Shaul, who we've spoken about also before, and Harav Salmon Mutsafi, another one of the great rabbis from Iraq in Yerushalayim. And he was also, I think he was head of the Kilat of the Jewish people that came from Arvil, respectively from Kurdistan. He was one of the main rabbis over there. And I believe some of his writings did get lost at the end, some of the writings he did with Kabbalah. Among his students was another famous rabbi, Rabbi Azriel Mansour, who was head of the Mostot, the Shuvi Nafshi also. So what's interesting, he actually, let's just look at his family life. Also, his wife's name was Lulu, I believe. And she was, if I'm not mistaken, she actually was related to Rabbi Yehuda Fataya. I believe it was a niece of Rabbi Yehuda Fataya. And they had 6 children reported over, 4 boys and 2 girls. And one of the sons was Rabbi Avraham, and another one was Yechezkel, and another one Shaul also. And it's actually interesting just to add on something. Rabbi Yitzchak Barazani's brother actually was the rabbi of the city of Erbil. Also, I think Rabbi Yitzchak Barazani, who maybe we will dedicate another shiur to, was a head of the court also of the Erbil Jewish community in Kurdistan, and the rabbi of Ein Mek Moshe, also respectively. I think he actually himself, the brother, passed away in the year 1980. So this would have been about 7 years after the great Rabbi Avraham Barazani had passed away. And there's a lot more that can be said about the great Chacham. He was Kurdistan. We spoke about various rabbis from Kurdistan, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll try and throw put a link of the other rabbanim we did. He was, at the time, he moved to Israel. And I think it was especially during the time when the British were in charge, during the time of the Second World War, because obviously he came in the year 1934, as that was reported over. So please, everyone, don't forget to light candles in the great memory of the Rabbi Avraham Barazani, one of the great rabbis from Kurdistan. Wishing you all a great day. I hope this was informative. And please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and share, and enjoy.